Hello, land of YouTube. I'm also going live on Facebook. Hello. I wanted to create this message because I am looking at the four agreements as I work on my own book. And I read for the first eyes with new eyes to see what was in this message, the Smokey mirror, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm just going to read while the triad wave frequency plays in the background, since that was what I was listening to myself before I came to you. So, The Smokey Mirror by Dawn Mountains. The human was studying to become a medicine man to learn the knowledge of his ancestors, but he didn't completely agree with everything he was learning. In his heart, he felt there must be something more, and how poignant for a time like now. One day, as he slept in a cave, he dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave on the night of a new moon. The sky was clear and he could see millions of stars. Then something happened inside of him that transformed his life forever. He looked at his hands, he felt his body, and he heard his own voice say, "I am made of light. I am made of stars." He looked at the stars again and he realized that it's not the stars that create light, but rather light that creates the stars. Everything is made of light, he said, and the space in between isn't empty. And he knew that everything that exists is one living being and that light is the messenger of life because it is alive and contains all information. Hello, Michael. Then he realized that although he was made of stars, he was not those stars. I am in between the stars, he thought. So he called the stars the tonal and the light between the stars the nogwal. And he knew that what created the harmony and space between the two is life or intent. Without life, the tonal and the nogwal do not exist. Life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator who creates everything. This is what he discovered. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the one living being we call God. Everything is God. And if you choose a different label to describe the creator of all that is, then please feel free to use that instead. And he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light perceiving light. He also saw that matter is a mirror. Everything is a mirror that reflects light and creates images of that light. And the world of illusion, the dream, is just like smoke, which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us is pure love, pure light, he said. This realization changed his life. Once he knew what he really was, he looked around at other humans and the rest of nature, and he was amazed at what he saw. He saw himself in everything, in every human, in every animal, in every tree, in the water, in the rain, in the clouds, in the earth. And he saw that life mixed the tonal and the nogwal in different ways to create billions of manifestations of life. In those few moments, he comprehended everything. He was very excited and his heart was filled with peace. He could hardly wait to tell his people what he had discovered, but there were no words to explain it. He tried to tell the others, but they could not understand. They could see that he had changed, that something beautiful was radiating from his eyes and his voice. They noticed that he no longer had judgment about anything or anyone. He was no longer like anyone else. He could understand everyone very well, but no one could understand him. They believed that he was an incarnation of God, and he smiled when he heard this. And he said, "It is true. I am God. But you are also God. We are the same, you and I. We are images of light. We are God." But still the people couldn't understand him. He had discovered that he was a mirror for the rest of the people, a mirror in which he could see himself. Everyone is a mirror, he said. He saw himself in everyone, but no one saw him as themselves. And he realized that everyone was dreaming, but without awareness, without knowing what they really are. They couldn't see him as themselves because there was a wall of fog, or smoke between the mirrors. And that wall of fog was made by the interpretation of images of light, the dreams of humans. Then he saw that he would soon forget all that he had learned. He wanted to remember all the visions he had had, so he decided to call himself the Smoky Mirror, so that he would always know that matter is a mirror, and the smoke in between is what keeps us from knowing what we are. He said, I am the smoky mirror because I am looking at myself and all of you, and we don't recognize each other because the smoke in between us. That smoke is the dream, and the mirror is you, the dreamer. I shared this because I was looking for his passage about the mitote, which is the dream or illusion that we are separate, that we are not connected, that there is more space in between us than that separates us, when if we took all of the people on the entire earth at this time, even before the pandemic began, the the space in between, when dissolved, would actually mean all of us would be able to fit into a sugar cube. I saw once, and it made sense. There is less space in between us if we actually realize that this form is not solid the way that we perceive it to be. That is just part of the smoke and mirrors that keep us in the dream, the illusion of separation. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. And I hope that you've enjoyed Don Miguel Ruiz's chapter on the smoky mirror from a book I highly encourage. It's very short, it's easy to read, and it is full of wisdom. The 4 agreements are principles that can really help you live a noble life. Become the peaceful inner warrior of the world within that governs the world without, and to also know that if you do not go within, you will go without. So I hope that serves you. I send you massive love and blessings, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Laura J. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you. Hello. Over on YouTube, I didn't have you open the same pane or the same frame. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the story. And if you've received any value from it, then please share it with someone else that could do with the reminder that there is less space in between us than there is. It's all up here. And when we go down here, then that's when we become the sugar cube of connection. And to remember that we are all in this together. That's why we have incarnated into this world together instead of on islands. And if you were born on an island, way to go. You chose well. But at the same time, we're still in this world together. So sending you massive love, blessings, encouragement, and wishes for health, happiness, and inner peace by going within, so that you don't go without on the outside. Thank you. Ciao for now.